Okay, hold on. I need to catch my breath for a moment because there's just so much that goes on with this dance. We need to break it down, okay? So, whew. Barkada. All right, so initially when I saw this dance, I was skeptical as how you're going to incorporate so many dances in a suite to portray a story. But after tonight, I have to say that you did it pretty flawlessly. The costumes are very on point. One thing I would have liked to see in Sagayan was a more eccentric headpiece. That's a sort of key for the Sagayan dance, but I also know due to the athleticism, I wish we could have done like a slow-mo replay of some of the stunts. That would have been a very restricting item choice. But, however, I like how you use the gold headbands as an alternative. Also, going back to the athleticism during the Sagayan, I do have to point out that when it comes to stunts, you have to be very careful as it is a high-risk movement. I did notice that there was a little slip-up with one of the stunts, so always be sure to be very precise on that. Other than that, it was great. The flow was great. I was really able to follow the story. The stage use was very creative during the death scene when they had pretty much like the symbolism of death coming out from the back. I was like, whoa, who put that there? Like, wow, it's crazy. So, I mean, I could talk a lot about different sections that I really appreciated, but I guess I'm gonna let the other judges go in more depth with that. So, great job, great job.
What's up, UVI? Your rendition of the story is genius. It's so genius because of, for one, your usage of the stage, like how the representation of death like came out of nowhere from the back of the stage. I've never seen that before, so that's a first. And also, when you guys were doing your rendition of Silong Saganding, I love the feminine shapes and your focus on your wrists, because that's the iconic description of that dance is the wrists. That's like the first thing you look for in that dance. And also, I'd like to point out when you guys, when one of the princes was traveling and the sticks came out of nowhere and the fan holds the women, they were representing the waves of an ocean. That was like, you guys deserve a Tony for that, for doing that. That was perfect. Because like a lot of people forget the fact that a lot of like symbolism in a lot of Muslim suite dances are the elements of the world, and fan dancers are usually the wind, and the men usually represent the rowing of the Vinta. So I love the reference that you guys had. And pretty much like the only negative that came up in my comments is, yeah, the Sagayan helmets, because it's such an iconic prop to have, and also the shell bells on the shields. But overall, I'm very happy.
All right, Barkada. I really don't know where to begin, so this might sound like rambling. That honestly was one of the best performances I've ever seen at Battle of the Bamboo. I think one of the biggest reasons as to why it's very difficult to compete against you guys is the fact that you do a very good job at maintaining or creating a cohesive and direct storyline, but creating very intricate choreography and formations to do so. For the audience, for the judges, and myself, it was very easy to follow the story of Prince Bandugan and retrieving his soul, but all the different movements you incorporated really took that to the next level. At one point that Alice mentioned, where it looked like you guys were rowing on waves, was really, really good. That was breathtaking, to be honest. It reminded me of, I don't remember, I saw something about the river Styx, like traversing the underworld to find a soul. That really, really reminded me of that, and I can't say enough how I love that. At the beginning, Prince Bandugan and his brother, you guys did a really good job at showing that rage and the emotions that you guys directed at each other throughout, even the feeling remorse at the end, felt very real. Your guys' performance was a real tearjerker, to be honest. I think it was a masterpiece, so good job. The only one thing I'd mention is the headpiece, but they already mentioned that as well. I would have liked to see that, but other than that, I have no real negative comments, so good job.